Hello and welcome back to another Casual Night Chit Chat show. Now, today I have a very interesting thing which I just discovered a little bit too late, but it is a news. It is something important. It is important actually. I just realized because we're going to talk about a Web3 game that went under recently. And recently, as in last month, okay, and that's why I was late to the party. So we're gonna do a little bit of digging, a little bit of journalism today, and we want to talk more about not say why it goes down, but I want to just see what happened to that game, and also we want to read what they put out. Unfortunately, they suffer the most important thing that I wanted to say, and it's relevant to the game that I'm making, or rather in general, things that I'm trying to make. And of course, if any game developers that have been dabbled in Web3 games, you know what? Feel free to put down in the chat. But more importantly is when the game fails in terms of why, hold on a sec, why is Brawlers cute? Why is it cute? No cute. I'm gonna figure out what's happening. At the same time, I'm trying to load some stuff, get my game dev up and running, and at the same time, it has been a challenging month. Yes, very challenging month. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is definitely a tough thing. Now, the good part is that my game is almost there already. Just need a few little visual not say no, I need some visual I need to improve the visual before I can say okay, the game is playable. Technically the game is playable, but there's no purpose. Yeah, the keyword is purpose for the game itself, right? There's no goal and whatnot at the moment, so we want to go through that whole entire thing. Okay, so before we begin, let's see, launch Brawlers, and then we want to I need to load up some materials. So we're gonna take a look at the game called Ember Sword. And like I said, unfortunately the website is dead, as in they since they closed it last May, or not say last May, last month on May, literally 1 week ago. So without further ado, let's do let's do this overlay. No, I can't do this yet. I just realized I need to press play. Great. And also housekeeping. Housekeeping for last week was, you know what? This whole week is just ugh. I'm not a big fan of it, but that's how it is. Let's go to Discord, check my log because I need to make sure I log in something. Last week we did animation, which is good. Now for combat, I think we are almost there in terms of animation. Hey there, Lady Buddha, welcome to the stream. I think so what I'm gonna do is for combat, I'm gonna grab something from the Colosseum. Yeah, from the Colosseum. Let's see, we have some announcements for Brawlers. That's interesting. animation. It's more visual based, but I'll try to get as much done as possible because we have what do you call this? We have our schedule. Oh no! I just realized we're supposed to finish end of the month, which is one more week. Oh boy! Oh boy! So that's that. And no, that's about it. That's it. Okay, so with that aside, let's see. We're reading a check game. I'll switch to my game. For some reason, my game is did I? No. I messed up. For some reason, I'm always what do you call this? First, overlay. I always mess up my overlay. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Ember Sword. So Ember Sword is an MMO game. Okay, so from what I have dig up, let's just repeat. Right. So Ember Sword shuts down after raising millions. How much does it? And it's closed on May 22nd, 2025. And it's crazy because one of the tagline is Ember Sword once hailed as a AAA Web 3 contender. AAA Web 3 contender. That's a very, very interesting take. That is an interesting take, and it's a very okay, no, not interesting take. It's a bold claim. Very, very bold claim. Once hailed as a AAA Web 3. It's crazy. Oh, dang it. Okay, funny. Was too high. Yeah, no, I changed a few things. That's not cool. That's not cool. All right, muted. Let's see. Where was I? Okay, no. So today we're gonna take a look at Ember Sword. Ember Sword. That's not. Oh, why did I? Okay, no. I was recording something. I was figuring out why did I mess up my audio, and I was thinking about that I messed up my overlay instead. And then apparently my overlay is okay. Overlay is working. Game is working. I already did all my what do you call this housekeeping. We only did animation. We're gonna backtrack a little bit later, and we're gonna need to do a few small little things, get some checklists up and running because I'm gonna push out okay. So a lot of people will say a minimum viable product, blah blah blah. I'm gonna use this word. I'm gonna start putting a prototype for you guys to play, a presentation build. And the key thing for the presentation build is it has to work on a Windows and Mac. Okay, the Mac part I will put an asterisk for now because I don't have a machine that is Mac that I can test out. Maybe I should go buy one. Okay, but that I'll reserve that for later once we get into the game dev. So we're gonna take a look at Ember Sword, and at the same time we have a few games here we can take a look, but we're gonna just focus on this guy because this guy, Ember Sword, has raised millions, and it closes on the 22nd, official website and whatnot. And yeah, we want to really take a look at what happened, and I can't even log into the web. I'm not saying log into the website. The website is down. It's just down. That's rubbish. All right, so The Bright Star Studio announced closure of the Ethereum base. There we go. First thing on the list is Ethereum based. That is what bites a lot of projects right now, and we definitely need to revisit Rec League a little bit. There are a few things I want to double check. Exciting tourney this weekend, Brawler giveaway. Brawler give no. I did cover that a little bit, but I think the audio was all messed up, so I'm gonna cover that a little bit on halftime show. Alright, so back to Ember Sword. This article previously reported that Ember Sword raises 203 million. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money, and but this information was incorrect. As a result, article and amendment reflect the figure was pledged during the application phase. Okay, cool. So this is the part where we want to dig up. All right, how much did Ember Sword raise? And unfortunately, that's the what do you call this? I'm gonna put a pin. I'm gonna switch screen. No. Okay, so Web3, they used to go through this early sale, no, it's not even early access, okay? On one end, I come in terms and say that is a terrible, terrible practice. But, you know what? No, it is a terrible practice. Okay, no, we want to double check a few things. All right, so because of what I said is if you sell stuff before the game launch, in general, I would say it's rubbish as of now, because I already went through the whole air quote experience. It's just rubbish. Another one is that after learning a few things from everything, all roadmap is a lie. I would say straight up, all roadmap is a lie. It's just straight up lie. Because it will never, I will use the word never. It will never happen because of player behavior. On paper, they will say, or the roadmap will write in a way where, okay, you know what, it will go this way, that way. But at the end of the day, it will just fall apart because of player behaviors. And it's just terrible. It's terrible. Player behavior will ruin everybody's, not say everybody's, it will ruin the white paper / roadmap thing. Yep. That's it. In the early days, no, actually, no. Probably for the first week or two, it worked. Like, oh yeah, this how it's supposed to go. And then it just cascade to oblivion. That's how I put it. It just eventually just fizzles up and then kaput. So that's that. And yeah, there's no two way to go around it. It just fizzles up. And that's the issue. That's the issue. Doesn't matter what project, that becomes the issue. Okay, so with that, we want to see the initial. So the question right now is the initial sales. Because I can safely say, like, how much would a student, okay, no, because the problem is Ember Sword uses AAA as a claim. Okay, I don't know if Ember Sword claim is a AAA, or some people just say, oh, this might be the next AAA game. Yeah, we want to double check on that. But I'm gonna discard that first. If Ember Sword developers did not claim that, I'm okay. Because other people say doesn't really matter. But if the developer claim, then that's a whole different story. Because there is another project called Illuvium, and it was actually, you know what? We need to revisit Illuvium as well. See how they are doing. It's been relatively quiet these days. And let's see. So that's that. But if you raise okay, you know what? Let's start off with the most basic of basic. Let's say you raise $1 million. $1 million doesn't sound like a lot, truth to be told, doesn't really sound like a lot. Because let's say you pay your developers 100K a year, 100,000 a year. That's not a lot. And you probably employ, let's say you employ 10 people, so that's 1 million. 10 people making a game it's both, and depending how big the game is, the scope. If the scope is small, then that's normal. But if the scope is big, then that's very little. Yeah, the size is small. Because 10 people is actually relatively small. Yeah, no, truth to be told, 10 people. Because in my head, I probably, right, let's see. Of course, if it's a solo developer, $1 million is a lot. Okay, let's put hands up. If it's a solo developer, raising $1 million is a lot. If you raise more than 1 million, fantastic. $1 million, let's see, because if it's a solo developer, let's say you decided to bring in a salary of 200,000, you got 5 years in the bag. Of course, there are taxes and whatnot, so maybe that will play a role. Usually that's the case. I'll put it this way. Usually that's the case for what do you call this? If you get the initial bag, yeah, it's usually the tax that kills you. So usually you don't want to get like $1 million upfront. Because I think, okay, you know what? I think $1 million upfront, do you get 50%? It doesn't. I need to double check. I don't recall. No, but that is a one. That is a. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know that part. How much tax do you get when you get your a pay? I mean, like 1 million straight up, not cumulative. It's like boom. I think it's about 40%. I don't think it's 50 yet. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's 50%. I really don't know. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, let's say it's 20%. Because I think most tax bracket at above 100, 200,000 is about, 20 to 30, I think. Let's say it's a 20%, right? So you bring your take home pay, your take home bag is about 800,000. That's still a lot of money for a solo dev. Even for a 2-person dev, that's also actually not bad. You can sustain yourself at least to two years if you decide that you want to earn 200K a year. But then again, it depends, because most solo dev usually you can stretch out 1 million easily. To Yeah, you know what? If I have 1 million, I definitely can stretch out, because I don't think I want to pay myself 100K. But no, 100K will be just nice. Not 100,000 a year if I'm a solo dev. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, easy calculation. That way I can stretch like at least 2 to 3 years of development funds. So that's that. But 200 million, that's a lot. Yeah, there's no way to go behind it. It's a lot. And then to make things worse, okay, so the next part is critical for me. Is like a lot of developers, they made their game and then they decided to shelve it. Unfortunately, that's a bit painful. Let's see. How do I reword this sentence? Because on one end, no, no, you know what? Personally, I would say, I would say this: if you go down, that means you crash and burn, and I would say it is a good faith. In good faith, release the game. Yeah, you know what? Straight up. in good faith release a like the final game, like boom, this is for everyone to play, bam, done. You can let people to, you can say, hey, here's a one-off download. You can download within this time period. If you get it, you get it. If not, then that's it. Or you can say, okay, for those who pledge the game, here's a copy for you. Bam, damn. I know there are few things out there that says, oh, you know, IP, intellectual property, blah blah blah, and then I would say you're gonna crash and burn anyway, so might as well just, you know, do one last hurrah, you know, clean up the game a little bit, and then just release. And then obviously people say, what if by releasing an incomplete game, you tarnish the name, your own brand, right? I would say, what brand do you have left when you close the game? When you announce that you've gone bankrupt? On the other hand, legally, then maybe we can say a little bit, like along the way, it's like, okay, you know what, because when you declare bankruptcy, you cannot earn, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. All right, if it's a legal thing, sure, okay, you know what, sure, if it's a legal thing, that's the only reason I can accept. And that's the only reason anyone, if let's say a project closed down, that's the only thing left. Like, okay, sure, legal. I wouldn't put too much, not say too much pressure, but nothing to go around from there. Yep. So that's that, and that's about it. Like, because Web3 projects, no, this is predominantly for Web3 projects, okay? Predominantly. And then what else? Web3 games supposed to be, because this is an interesting take. I think I did say this last stream. All Web3 games supposed to be free to play, or at least have a demo version. Yes, you know what? Yes. All Web3 game needs a demo version. Literally, needs a demo version. Because of how the Web3, unless the whole Web3 ecosystem change, GG. You know what? Yes, unless the whole entire ecosystem, Web3 ecosystem change. If not, you need a free-to-play. Or at least a demo, like a demo stage. Like, okay, here's how the game play. You get to play the game. If you like it, you can, you know, buy this package, buy this member card, whatever it is. Yeah, sure. In fact, actually, I would double down and say, because of gacha gaming, free to play is a must. In general, it's like a requirement. Either you do free to play, okay, because you can't do that's a tough thing, right? That's a tough thing. You can't, because Web3 games are not usually Web3, like where was I? Web3 game is not a traditional game. You know, we'll establish this a little bit more down the line. So let's dig up a little bit on what do you call this? Ember Sword. Ecosystem growth. Okay, we can take a look at some of this stuff as well. Announcement. All right, this is the most important thing. Let's take a look. Okay. All right, you can't really see this part because how I set that up. All right. Hi everyone, this is the hardest announcement we had to make back in December. Okay, in December we shared how we were fighting to keep Ember Sword moving forward despite the challenge. Alright, continue reading. So this is the part where I need the news. What are the challenges of Ember Sword? Alright. Many have been patiently waiting for an update about this news haven't delivered. Let's see. passion. All right, so passion for MMO runs deep. We have spent our life playing, building. All right, so it's an Ember is an MMO game. We'll take a few steps, look at a few things, but more importantly, we want to see why they closed down. On one end, they say they ran out of funding, but like I said, 200 million, we ran out of funding. That is, you're basically running away with the bag. Okay, straight up. Alright, effort skills are rewarded, where stories come alive to shared experience. Yeah, this are PR stuff. Okay. Let's see. We have started about writing game design. The fill up air rewarding thanks to incredible team here support. Despite our strong and early support, promising early access player stats, passionate community. See, the thing is, like I said, if you have a weekly activity, that's good, regardless how you see it. But we also have to see the product as well. We ultimately unable to secure funding needed to continue. There we go. There we go. That's the line. That's the line that I want to. We were ultimately unable to secure the funding needed to continue. 400 million, and you again, I need to know how much they raise, right, before we talk. Because 200 million, that's a lot of money, okay? That's a lot. All right. Okay. Despite early support, we explore many possible way forward. But in today's market, getting some promising projects shutting down, we couldn't find a path to keep building. Excuses. In my opinion, this is a big excuse. Because I've seen developers where they fumble the initial launch and then they bounce back a little bit, and I would say kudos, kudos to them. Even though the final product is not what everybody wants, but you still get a product, and that's a good thing. In my opinion, that's the best possible thing, especially for a Web3 game. Especially, I would dare say especially. All right, so there we go. So the journey servers will go offline. Discord channels will also be closed. This isn't the ending of any investment. Yeah, excuses. All right, so that's that. All right, from hype to halt, what went wrong with Ember launched in 2018. Okay, 2018. That's actually, if it's 2018 to 2000 and no. Okay, let's put it this way. 2018 to 2025. That's 7 years. Okay, 7 years. That is if I'm operating on $1 million. That is if I'm operating 2021. Okay, so 2018 to 2021, not much of a, I'm not saying not much revenue. So 2018 to 2021, the project attracted over 20. Yeah, see, it says 200 million at 2021. That's a, yeah, it makes no sense. It really makes no sense. Because I need to know how big the team is. And looking at, okay, the next question is looking at the quality of the game. That's where I can kind of judge a little bit. Let's see. Players found so we have 35k participants during the application phase of the virtual land sale. Huh. We need to know how much the land costs, okay? We really need to know how much the land costs. Earlier, it secured 700,000 pre-seed funding despite years of development and close beta release. I think I found a small little over here to begin with. I believe so. Okay. Players found the experience underwhelming and incomplete. Yeah, there we go. GG. That was a GG. Alright, so this is the fun bit. After starting in Unity, the team migrated to a proprietary engine project series to boost browser access. Okay, I need to read that on that a little bit. But it's a proprietary engine, so probably I don't have any information. But they started with Unity, they should continue though. But then again, maybe Unity, because Unity, if you earn a certain amount, they want a back, so sure. Let's see. The switch, however, led delays and declining momentum. There we go. There we go. Mismanagement. Mismanagement. Yeah, there we go. The most important line, mismanagement. After starting in Unity, they changed to a proprietary engine. Big no-no. Big no-no. Not every company can do this, right? I would say straight up, not every game dev should change their engine midway during development. Sure, there are some very how I put it this way, exception to the rule, because there are some projects that switches from, for example, from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5, big boost of like optimization and whatnot, but that's Unreal 4 to 5, so it's within the ecosystem. This is from Unity to something else. Hey there, Master Eyes, welcome to the stream. Yeah, see, and then the switch led to delays and declining momentum. Straight up. That's problem numero uno when it comes to game dev. Always the case. Always the case. Yeah, and unless you have deep pockets, sure, but despite attempts to pivot, admitted that current Web3 climate made continuing very impossible. That there are certain things that, yes, there are external factors for Web3 climate, and that is burnout, rug pulls, scam, namely the last two. The amount of rug pull from other projects really messes up the Web3 thing, number one. Number two, obviously the pump and dump people, those you really cannot fight. So I don't really have a good idea on that. But I am trying, not say figure out, like, it's like, can we find a nice middle ground to do that? Yeah. But in general, like, I don't think there's any way to go around. And I still lose round one. I played a 1-5-1. Okay, let's see. Next up, the shutdown has lots of bad reaction. Player reacted with anger and disappointment. Yeah, sure. Another user on X called it a soft rock. Yeah. So that is a common, not say common thing, but that's the usual suspect. Once you raise up enough money and then they just go bye-bye. Painful. It is painful. Yeah, there's too many stories with this issue, not say issue, but unfortunately that's not say unfortunately, I really don't like to use unfortunately, and this is really not just player behavior but developer behavior as well. They just don't ride it out, which is bad, right? Which is bad, I would say. Okay, so that's Ember Sword. We're gonna take a look at the trailer. 49 seconds. 49 seconds of. We will see the quality and then we'll make a quick little talk. And then obviously some of the things I can build and copy. Since the game has shut down, I can do it. Since the game has shut down, I can do it. Yeah, the difference is because this, okay, you know what, this is actually a high profile. Because you got Dr. Disrespect. Okay, let's see. Featuring a PvE, PvP combat, and then a dual major investment support. Oh, why did I play that? So we have Dr. Disrespect, Twitch co-founder, ooh, ex-Blizzard lead designer as well. Woohoo! It is very, very high profile. Very, very high profile. Ooh boy, ooh boy, ooh boy it is. Ooh boy it is. Okay, we'll take a look at the we'll take a look at we'll take a look at the trailer later. Or rather, no, it's not even a trailer. It's Ember Sword. Our beta is now open. So teaser trailer. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So we'll take a look. We will take a look and then we will continue our game dev a little bit. I just want to finish up certain things, and then next is just art style. Art style is gonna be interesting though. Dang it, I'm dead regardless. Alright, GG. I'm dead regardless because I could not. If I play 3-4, I don't have anything to answer the next round. So GG. GG. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look. Beep. Huh. Okay. Okay, you know what? Cool avatar, cool player avatar. Embers. Officially open alt. Okay. Okay, you know what? Art style reminds me definitely more on the RuneScape, not say RuneScape style, but just RuneScape. Definitely better than RuneScape, but is it better than RuneScape? Movement, clunky, a little bit clunky over there. Alright, you know what? Arts, they didn't really show much. They did not really show much. Alright, we're gonna just end this here. You know what? There is. They have no reason to close. No, they have no reason. You know what? I'm gonna say straight up, they have no reason. No reason at all. And I would even say that because of how, you know, there's no reason. And since they already have a build like this, they should push to single player. You know, at least end with, hey, you know what? We failed. We didn't secure blah 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 blah. Here's our last attempt. We convert everything to single player base. Or heck, if not, what they can do is they can convert and let people run the servers. Just run the community server. Yeah. If this is the quality that I'm seeing right now, it's for 200 million, it's easy to convert into a single player game. With that money, yes. Because I've seen a game developer with less than a lot do better than this. I dare say less than a lot did better. Whew. Yeah, this is a painful, and because this is recently, okay, no, not this one. This is recently May 22nd. You know what? It's gonna be a near. I don't want to use the word impossible, but it's gonna be a near impossible to you know what, gain trust back from. Wait, hold on a sec. There we go. Yeah, I thought my game is broken. It is outright near impossible to wait, where was I? With 200 million, it is near outright to fail. Sure, they will fail in expectation, but fail as in close, yeah, that's one. And The next one is to now gain back trust from the gamer side to Web3 game, or to what do they call this word? DeFi, yeah, gamify, all this Web3 jargon, gamify, DeFi, web. It is gonna be a tough battle. Like, wow, it is a big wow. Well, unfortunately, that's how it is. That's how it is. All right, so with that, we have reached to the halftime show. Actually, we actually go a little bit over from the halftime show. That's all right. That's all right. We can talk a little bit about here and there. Now we're gonna take a quick little plug-in, and by being that, if it's a Web3 game, now before we say it is a Web3 game, it's not a Web3 game. We need to establish a few ground rules, which I already did. What is a Web3 game? Web3 game is mainly a game made for the community because you need players, but then again, that is how the game was built, which is a little tough because I have not seen a single player friendly Web3 game to date. And I think that's the reason why we don't have a better game. And then there are some out there that has air quote a single player experience, but they closed down. That one I would not blame them per se. Same reason, most likely didn't secure enough funding, ran out of money, don't have money to maintain the servers, blah blah. And because of that, that's the reason why I enforced the rule where if you have a Web3 game, if you're gonna go under, as much as I don't like to say this, but if you're gonna go under, you need to have a single player game. And before we reach that part, see, this is the fun bit. Reason why I have this requirement. If let's say a game does not have a single player game, or if they cannot convert themselves into a single player game, it is a project that easily just nobody cares. Not say nobody cares, it's literally a red flag. Like, yeah, I'm not bothered anymore. Especially with today's condition and whatnot. And that's why it's tough. It is tough. Whew. So that's that. Okay. So now let's move on to the next part. Let's talk a little bit about Brawlers. So Brawlers has their weekly tournament, which is nice and great. Let's see. So we have, come on, load the announcement. Load the announcement. Boop. Okay, what do we have here? So we have a sudden death tournament. All right, so install the game, Epic Game Store, Brawler free download. Check in Brawling for Brawl upon registration. It is Saturday, Saturday, 9 p.m. PT time. Ignore this date over here. That's not the correct date, or rather, it goes to a local time. When match begins, your opponent will add to a private chat. Prizes each week. Oh, each week? Oh, interesting. All right, first is Legendary Brawler, Epic Brawler for second, Rare Brawler for third, fourth is Uncommon, fifth is Common, sixth is Artifact, or Participation Ribbon. So we have 6 prizes. All right, so what do we get? What do we get? Ooh, we got Rusties. Ooh, cool. This is nice. Any player previous? No. Where was? Each week the top. Okay, this one's a little bit interesting. Each week. Upon now this line is each week question mark. Do we have multiple weeks with these prizes? That's the question. Do we have multiple weeks with these prizes? Yeah, probably need to check this. You might want to see the announcement on general section for a full story. Yeah, see this. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Volume for blog commentary. Each 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Yeah, you need to put it here. You need to put it here. Let's see. 3 weeks. So we have 3 weeks of we have to join 3 weeks. You can't make 6 plays. Sign in. That's not all. Brought for boss. Expand no expenses. We have 3 events. Very nice. Yeah, you probably want to put it here under the announcement. I probably want to change this a little bit. Yeah, at least the rules a little bit, rules on how to get your points and whatnot. Each week giving, yeah, see now is it 6? Is it each week giving 6 away brawlers, or is it each week? Because from here, I like on one end, everyone will assume like, is it every time we have brawling for brawl, or is it a limited time for next 3 weeks? That's it. That's just it. Because Mike will always like to say reading comprehension, but at the same time, if you're reading if in the general reading comprehension is like, hey, is it every week or is it the next 3 weeks? Yeah, digging for information is it's one thing, but for me, I think I'll just switch this a little bit, right? Or you can yeah, it's just this each week. Because if you didn't say each week, then I understand. Okay, the next tournament we have all this. Yeah, so I think the trope, yeah, it's still good. You know what? Regardless of whatever I said, it is still always nice to see a community event. That's for sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to our to my dev log. Let's see. Last week was rubbish. All right, so that's that. We're gonna change this, and then we're gonna switch. Whew. Okay, we're gonna stop this. And yep. Yes, okay, switch to this. Single player. All right, so we're gonna cross-check a few things. This thing here. We want to change. So we're gonna focus today. We want to focus more on the combat side. Make sure all the combat is done. If not, I cannot, not say I cannot move forward. I need to make sure that it's done, presentable, bam. And then we're gonna add a few lists on my list, and I probably just do I want to doodle? You know what? I'll try to doodle a few things. Okay. So we go here. We want to see our attacks. We're supposed to have 3 different animation, and I want to zoom in. So we're gonna fix this. We're gonna zoom all the way in here. Okay, attack 1 works. Attack, okay, attack 2 is the one that we don't have. Okay, cool. So let's change our combat. First thing first, what we want to do is, okay, you know what? Since I'm gonna bring in the Colosseum, yep, I'm gonna use a Colosseum to do this. We're just gonna do a placeholder. What I need to do first is a cube. Create 3 object cube. Okay, yep. Cube, let's put it in the middle. Let's put it 10 by 10, no, 10 by, yeah, there we go. Island, let's remove it. Let's move it down here. You know what, yeah, island, just leave it there for now. We need to change it to static. I need to grab you. Yep, put you up here. Enemy spawn point, put it somewhere around here. The problem is this might be a bit too big. So camera, I think this is just nice. Okay, we're gonna zoom all the way in. We're gonna put somewhere around here, move up, move up. And then push it this way, this way. You can see a little bit from the side. Okay, no, just nice. Camera, field of view. Field of view, let's put 20. Okay. Play. Okay, perfect. Yep. Nice. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to make sure we have our navigation. Walkable. Where's my big? Big. And then toggle. Yeah, there we go. Gizmo and everything. Looks correct. Play. Okay, just nice. Although it might be a bit too big, maybe I can go a bit smaller. Problem is this. Problem is this part. Yeah, it's just too close to each other. So I probably need to iron this part up later, but at least I get the so attack 1, attack 2, attack 3 I should have something, and then we need to adjust our overlay a little bit. I would probably do a little bit like Pokemon. Okay, yeah. Hilarious. Okay, so with that, we got that done. Now we need to do a few things. We need to first check our animation. So I'm gonna grab in my animator, put in here. Okay, we have special attack. Now what we want to do is we want to change. We're gonna change. We're gonna do special attack 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna create another one. Trigger. Special attack 1. Okay, so we have one over here. Wave hello head pose. No. Okay, now we can do a little bit. Alright, bring on the animator over here. Turn off this gizmo. Now we can go into this guy. No. Yeah, I know this is the worst, but that's how the avatar is. But just to make things easy, I'm just turn on the face. Beep. No, wrong one. Beep. Where is my normal eyes? No. Yeah, okay, let's put this guy here. So now we're gonna create our second animation. Animation. So we need to click this. Then we need to create a new Okay, so we have attack, hands, body slam, boss attack. I know we have a few things we can do, but we're gonna do another one. So we're gonna do a what type of attack? A jab, uppercut, uppercut, and uppercut. Animation. Okay, so before we do anything, we're going to just check hands. Yeah, so we got one. And then we need body slam. So this is what we done last week. Okay, and then we have boss attack. So this is ground slam. And then, okay, no. So we're going to go for an uppercut. Record. Turn the body a little bit. Yeah, okay, this one goes like this. First, we need a pose. Yep. Okay, then. All right, thanks for tuning in, Daily Buddha. Okay, so we have this, like this, and then upper hand. No, this. Hand pose. Yes. Uppercut. No, a little bit up. A little bit up. No, wrong one. Yes, something like this. Okay, so that is. All right, so before we do anything, we need to cock it or wind it up. So we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this. No, wrong one. And then, no, we need to wind it up. Yes, around like this. So if we were to play, all right, too fast. So we're gonna go a bit slower and see how it looks like. Yeah, right now we have two hands, so it's a bit hard to see. All right, so this is more of a hook. This is more of a hook. Oopsie. Oopsie. Yeah, the problem is this. Okay, so next we need to tune this a little bit. And then the head. And then the arm over here. This more like a haymaker instead. You know what? The limitation. So, and then we need to make sure the face. Do you want to face forward a little bit? Face forward a little bit. Okay, and then reset. Oh, this can be a slap as well. Oh my goodness. You know what? The more, the better. All right, so that's that. This would be uppercut. That would be for our animation number two. You know, animation number 3. Okay. Transition. Boss attack. We're gonna use this as our normal attack. Transition. Exit time. Exit time. Exit time. 1 0. 0 0. No fix. No. 0 0. No fix. No exit. We need trigger. Trigger attack 2. I know you can't see this one right now because it's just hard to do it. Okay, save. Okay, save. And then now we're gonna go to the script because we need our commands. Okay, play avatar. No, not this. Game manager. So it should show 3 different animation. And that would be the no, not the task for the night. We need to also just do a quick little overlay. We also need to, oh no, I just realized we need to put a quit button as well. That will be on deliver stage. I think I know what to do. But at the same time, we need sounds. We need, you know what? I'm going to record my own sound and put it into the game. I know that I can grab some free sounds, free sound as well. So that will be it. Wait, hold on a sec. While I am loading the script, I will do a quick little changes over here. So first thing first, what we need is a UI image. Yes, I need this guy. Go to scene. Now I need to change this image to a black. Come on. Everything is come on, black. Alpha is 50. Yes. Yep, done. Sprite. I need to find a sprite for this. Raycast padding, no padding. Image. Yep, image down here. It's gonna be 600 by. Okay. 200. 600 by 200. Enemy HP. So we're gonna put enemy HP like this. And we need to slider. Let's put it a bit bigger so it's easier to see. 600 by 120. Is this big enough? Enemy HP, let's put it, yeah, 72, 600. I need to find a better way to do this. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then for player is a little bit harder because we got so many things. 600. Oh, this is 600. My goodness. 800. This is too much. So I'm just gonna temporarily put it here like this. Player attack. This is player HP. Okay, button I think we have a bit too big, so what I'm gonna say is 150 to 150. Put it somewhere here like this, And then we want to have this slider. Now this slider, oh, can I do something like that? And then the buttons. I need some guides. Yeah, this is too big. 150, 150. Yeah, 150 is just nice. I need to find a way to do this attack buttons. So I'm gonna probably copy a little bit from Red League and or any game that has this type of over UI. So I need to do some research. Okay. You know what? I really need a research. Okay, player HP or Pokemon. Because partially I kind of draw inspiration a little bit from Pokemon. Yeah, kind of a little bit from Pokemon. But actually the main inspiration comes from Digimon. But Digimon doesn't have this type of UI per se. So I'm gonna find a way to do this. I really need to find a way to do this. Okay, and then player buffs. Buff spawn over here, which I will have to do something about it. And you know what? I'm gonna find some overlay and then check it out. Oh, definitely need to find inspiration. Alright, there we go. Player HP, there's no buff. Oh, no, we're supposed to go to scripting. We need to go to scripting for the last part, which is the assigned attack. There we go. Okay. Okay, equals 7, equals 5, equals 1. Now, before we do anything, I just want to make sure it is correct. Because I did set the resource, because this is just a manual work. Whew. And after this, technically speaking, combat is done. We don't need to. I won't say we don't. Oh no, we still need to touch. We need to do one cleanup, one major cleanup, one very important cleanup. Without that, I can't do anything. Really can't do anything. Okay. Game here. Single. No, not here. Player avatar. Did I put into my game manager? No, it's not here. Where did I put it? Attack module? No. Hey! Buffs? No. Where are you? Where did I put my commands? It's not even under player. Wow, where did I put? Come on. So, select the attack. That will tell me where it is. Ah, there we go. It's on the attack itself. 7, 3, and 1. Okay. 7, 3, and 1. Special attack 1, special attack 2, special attack 3. Else. Alright, there we go. Save. Save, done. Okay, time for playtime. Okay, check, and then attack 1. Really? I mess it up. I think I mess it up. Okay. Get resource spent. So it's from here. Resource spent 137. Set trigger. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna delete this. Okay. Don't do anything. Next. Check animator. Script is compiling. One thing I don't like about game dev is the compiling part. I need it fast. Like, beggars can't be choosers. Right, special attack 1, special attack 2, special attack 3. Parameters, everything is here. Special attack 1, 2, 3 is all here. Special attack 1, 2, 3 is all here. Okay. Cool. Game. Go. Okay. One. That looks a little wrong-ish, but I think I'll take it. 2 is uppercut. 3 is body slam. 2. Come on, 2. No. Oh, I just realized I can't do it because there is a few things I cannot use the other attacks. Oh, there are something I can't use the other attack. Oh no. I just remember. So we have to switch this back to special attack 1. Hey, come on, delete. What happened? What happened? What happened? Okay, special attack. Okay. Alright, check. Next is special attack 2. Okay, so special attack 2, we need to check the animation. I already know what happened. I forgot to add some parts to the animation, so we will do it right now because I need to make sure this 3 attack is done before we move anywhere further down the line. Because it is kinda, I won't say time's up, but time's up. Okay, so we select. Unfortunately, this part I do not know how to show to you guys because I'm doing it on a different, what do you call this? A different window. Okay. On special, so we have on special start and on special end trigger or functions. So that's the part where we need it. On special start, on special end. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Done. Okay, yes. And then you replace this. Uppercut. Yep. Uppercut. Yep. And then last but not least, body slam. Maybe I should do some dynamic cameras, like zoom in, do an uppercut. That one probably much later down the road. And there we go. All right, so the next one is this adventure game over thingy. So I need to fix this. But in general, I think it's all right. Adventure over, go home. Yeah, we do a small little UI here. Okay, that's it. That's it. With that, that's all I have for you for today. So for those who are watching on stream, I wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. Have a nice day, my friends. Stay safe. Until then, I will see you guys same time, same place next Thursday on Twitch. Yep. And for those who are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Whew. Okay, it's almost there. Very simple. You know what? I'm gonna grab some other simple game UI and see how they do it.